Shaking his head before wincing sharply at the movement, he tried to fight off his fear again with insults. "You're not half as scary as the last Malinche leader," he sneered with a glance at my coven's tattoo on my neck. I pictured in my mind the feather dripping blood, crossed with an arrow, and an old satisfaction filled me before shaking it off for the present. I leaned down and let him stare into my pitiless eyes. "Is that all I am?" His throat bobbed, his eyes transfixed by my own. Not yet 30 years old, I was young to be a coven leader, especially for such an old territory. But my blood contained a lineage that sent a shiver down the rock brujo's spine. My eyes glowed hotter, and a crown of feathered shadows adorned my head as I unleashed a taste of my power, forcing his own meager supply of magic to bow, and terror widened his eyes as it hit him like a deadly caress. "Yes, you know who I am." Lifting my fist, I dragged one of my knuckles across his forehead, drawing a rune with his own blood, before swiping my tongue over the sticky blood clinging to my skin. It was a rune declaring who I was and called his own magic to bow. Power surged through me, and the man's spine straightened with the force of the spelled connection, allowing me to dance through his mind with an ancient chant none but us could hear. Sangre soberano.
"I had nothing to do with it," Noah announced loudly as she zoomed into the house and through to the kitchen. "Do with what?" I heard Alejo say, and when I rounded the corner, his face transformed into a delighted yet confused grin that he immediately turned towards his brother, no doubt eager to witness his reaction. "What is on your shoulders?" Rafi asked. The cat let out a displeased hiss as it shifted to sit on my left shoulder, and I grimaced. "You weren't supposed to be home yet," I mumbled. Alejo came forwards to help me with the groceries and whispered teasingly, "Good luck convincing him to let that demon stay." The cat swiped at him, but he dodged it with a laugh. "It's a cat, not a demon," I replied to his retreating back testily. Rafi fixed me with a stare and arched a brow, demanding an explanation. "It followed me around the market, and when we left, it jumped on my shoulders," I explained vaguely. "I know this isn't my house, and I didn't ask for permission. But I couldn't pry the cat off my shoulders when I tried to leave it outside, and I thought maybe that's because I promised some milk, and it wanted to make sure I didn't renege on the deal, so I was just going to put down the groceries, get a little bowl of milk, and take the cat right back outside, I promise." Raphael locked eyes with the cat, as if engaging in some sort of alpha male stare-down, and I secretly crossed my fingers on the cute little cat's behalf.